I sure am, Gary, and I told you earlier it's homecoming, and it's an exciting time at Lafayette, but really it was an exciting time about 10 days ago when our new Director of Athletics, Sharita Freeman, announced a new strategic plan and a vision for the entire athletic program going forward. One of the key players in that whole plan is obviously Matt Hyde. He's our Dean of Admissions. He's here with me. And Matt, first of all, welcome. I think it's your first foray into the Lafayette Sports Network.
It is. Thank you very much for having me.
So we have a rookie on our hands. We'll be gentle, but Matt, really, nothing happens in a vacuum. This is a broad, far-reaching plan. A lot of people who follow and love athletics at Lafayette are excited about it. But one of the key partners will be you folks in the admissions office. Talk to us about how you envision it and where you see your office fitting in.
Yeah, it's a team effort on all fronts, John. The reality is athletics matter on a college campus, especially a college campus like ours. It's a part of our DNA and who we are and how we identify. I love the idea of really amplifying the presence of athletics at Lafayette. And it can't happen in a vacuum. The reality is we have elevated Lafayette's presence nationally and internationally, and we need the support of everyone across this campus. And having a successful athletics program really does make our job a little bit easier. And we acknowledge the fact that the 23 Division I programs here really are admissions professionals in the end. They're helping sort of celebrate Lafayette on many levels and attracting more and more talent to this campus each and every day.
Well, I've worn that hat in the past, and I amen to that. It was homecoming. I saw so many of the kids that I knew as kids. They're 40 and 50 years old now. They have their kids here, but it's so true. Talk a little bit about the recent past, some of the challenges, and possibly some of the changes that you see given the direction that the college is taking.
Yeah, I think we've done some good work over the last year in letting more air into the connection between athletics and admissions. It can't be up to one or two people to elevate sort of our athletic success here. It's got to be a team effort. So I love that over the last year, we've empowered more of my teammates in the enrollment division to be advocates and allies for all of our coaches. So we needed to sort of emphasize the importance of athletics on this campus and to make sure that we acknowledge the fact that our student athletes are student athletes, and that when we align our priorities, both athletics and admissions-wise, we just make the college better.
We have long been, obviously, the smallest school in the Patriot League. At the same time, the charge for you guys in admissions, it's doubled because of the size of the college and your primary charge to bring the very best and the very brightest kids to Lafayette. We've got 23 sports. Talk about how increasing the size of the college might work well in our favor when we try to do what we're doing.
Sure. Well, there's nothing small about Lafayette in the end. We use the term intimate, and I really appreciate how our athletics program here really does sort of make Lafayette special. Having a Division I programs at a college of 2,600, soon to be 2,900, really does create an awesome energy on this campus. So we benefit by maximizing our resources in empowering all of our coaches to find success. Because people aren't quiet about athletic success. They tend to be celebrated, and if you're not finding that success, it just makes our job a little more challenging. So everything that we can do to maximize our resources in the enrollment division to sort of support and amplify what athletics is doing will make us all win.
Matt, I've heard your talk to prospective students and parents during orientation, during convocation. Before I go there, because I really have to give you a chance to talk about some of the great work that your office has done. Your boss, Greg McDonald, is a charter member of our fantasy football league. I see you cycling and running all over campus. We've got about 3 or 4 of your guys who are members of our lunchtime hoop group. There's obviously an affinity for athletics in your office, and they have to be excited about the prospect of working more closely.
They are. Honestly, athletics matter, as I've said. And when you think about what a student athlete does on this campus, yes, they engage in meaningful ways as an athlete and bring their talent to bear, no doubt. But the ability that one of our athletes has to set goals as part of a team and on this field really does translate to their success in a lab and in a classroom. So, understanding on our staff how important it is to be an athlete and to know what it means to be part of a team, to build consensus and to lean into that and contribute is important. And so when almost 25% of our students are Division I varsity athletes,
think about that number. That's incredible.
It's huge. It does make Lafayette special on all levels. I mean, Lafayette's special for so many different reasons, but that's one of the primary reasons that many of my team celebrate.
Got to ask you one last question. We got to wrap it up here, but your talk to prospective incoming students, you got to talk about the marquee and what you say to motivate those kids.
Well, when you think about it, our namesake, he wasn't just a powder-faced elder statesman who was a part of this founding of this republic. He was a 19-year-old who changed the world. And so when we're engaging young people from across this country and around the world, I lean into them and help them realize that the Marquis de Lafayette was in their shoes. Lead with idealism, lead with energy, lead with a will to take action, and great things can happen.
Matt, I knew it was going to be a good one. I've heard you talk before. A lot of exciting things. Congratulations on all you've done for the college, you and your staff, and we look forward to what lies ahead.
Yeah, go Leopards.
You got it, Matthew. Gary, Michael, back to you guys.